Bible study day at Apostolic Faith of Jesus Christ Incorporated. If this is not your first time or it is your first time in this live, my name is Chief Apostle Samuel Lee Jr. I am the apostle and pastor of Apostolic Faith of Jesus Christ Incorporated, and my beliefs are deeply rooted in the ATRs. The ATRs are the African traditional religions by which we harness, direct, and disperse energy, frequency, and vibrations. Thank you and salutations to each and every one of you guys. I want to say, first of all, salutations to my madrina, to my padrino, to my oba, and to all of my brothers and sisters in Ifa, Voodoo, Santeria, Lakumi, Congo, Palo, Mystic, and Adjays. I want to say a special shout out to Mother Susan. This is her 70th birthday. She is celebrating in Titusville with some of her friends for her birthday. And when you get an opportunity to hear this live or see this live or participate in this live, make sure you wish her a happy 70th birthday. What's up, Demetrius? My Gemini in the house. I want to say hello and salutations to Pisces, Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Aquarius, Cancer, Capricorn, Leo, Sagittarius, Scorpio, Libra, and Virgo. Hello to each and every one of you guys. What's up there, Ryan? My cardinal air in the house, Libra. And then I got my cardinal fire, which is Trironda. If you don't mind wishing Mother Susan a happy birthday, her day is today. She told me, we talked this morning, she said, Apostle, this is the first birthday I had that I was not in pain. Isn't that a blessing? Huh? Isn't that a blessing? She's been using herbs like I've been sharing with her and guiding many of you guys. This woman is, I said the other day, she was moving the couches. Literally couches at 70. And on today, she ain't in pain. Ryan, get that money, son. Y'all know I'm down with getting that cheddar, make it more better. But appreciate you chiming in. Now, I want to talk about something today. Since it's Bible study day, and I'm always explaining the word and breaking things down to make it more feasible for you to apply, execute in your life. Now, y'all know I'm a Sagittarius, Moon in Aries, and rising sign Pisces. So I'm not here to change your mind. I would like for you to apply the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. Don't get me wrong. But that is not my goal. My goal is to put out information for melanated people. With the mindset that I have is that a lot of people was not raised and privy to the magical practices that I was. Okay? And that's why one of the things that I do, because of Minister Mario bringing that to my attention, that's how I try to teach. I try to give people the benefit of the doubt and in hopes that they will apply, even if they choose not to work with me, but they will apply these universal principles. The reason why I teach and will always teach universal I teach universal laws is because they apply or applicable to each and every person. Don't matter if you're a beginner, intermediate, advanced, doesn't matter if you are atheist. These universal laws affect us all. And when it comes down to conjure, it's more significant. For all of y'all that feel like you going from one thing to the next, I got something for you. I want to teach through my subject is manifesting through the stars. I got in parentheses Wormwood. And I want to explain stars and the reason why it is important to understand that you come from the same exact components that is in the universe. And I always say that we are microcosms of the universe, which means you are a mini version of the universe walking around on Earth. What you do with your energy and your solar system, your gravitational pull, and your electromagnetic current, that's your business. How you apply it, who you apply it to, who you team up with, who you decide to separate yourself from, those are grown people decisions. And that's why it's important. Because if you ain't going to change your mindset, getting into Ifa, Voodoo, Santeria, Kumi, Christianity, Kamdem Lay, Kimbanda, and nothing else going to change. Because you're going to take you and that microcosm of the universe in everything you do as a melanated man or woman. So it behooves you to actually have a better understanding. Thank you for hitting on those like button as you come in. It behooves you to have a better understanding of your energy, your frequency, and your vibration, and therefore whatever path your ancestors will have you on, that's the tradition that you're going to exercise or execute this energy. So I want to talk about manifesting through the stars. And this, if you got my conjure class, this is a part of it. But this is more intermediate level. Being able to call on a star. All right, birthday girl, Mama Susan in the house. I thought you would still be out with your girlfriends. I told you I wished her some excellent birthday sex at 70. I'm her pastor, and I wish above all things that she be spread and stapled to the wall. But, you know, you never know what she wants. But that's what I was praying for. So, I want y'all to understand it is so very, very important to know your energy, your frequency, and your vibration. And I will repeat that over and over, especially when you trying to follow me and trying to execute some of the things that you see me do at one time or the other. And I want to talk about manifesting. Somebody happily laughing. Manifesting through the. So when you hear me use the word manifest, it's the word manifest means that I'm able to utilize the energy. In this particular case, I'm talking about the stars of heaven. And so utilizing that energy, that frequency and vibration to manifest my desired outcome. So there's different things that we use on earth to manifest the things that we desire, whether it's protection, whether it's health, wealth, or prosperity. Okay? And the same is true by calling upon the stars of heaven. If you understand the Sephirah and you understand the 72 names of God, Shikam Farask, that one of those abilities in that divine name is to speak with the stars of heaven, an angel. Okay? So there's a certain energy, frequency, and vibration that comes along. And if you guys want to be a blessing to Mother Susan, all you got to do is cash at me or Zelle me. Make sure you put Mother Susan's name on it, because she won't get a quarter, a nickel, or a dime. So if you want to do something for her today, you're more than welcome. She is the mother of our motherfucking church. So, and she's 70 years old. That's a number. So that's why I talk the way I talk. That's why I encourage like I encourage. And I will live and die this way, because universal laws apply to each and every one of us. And so there's different ways that we can manifest. And a lot of times we don't understand why we can't accomplish certain feats of magic, because we're not tapping into all that is available. Okay? So I'm going to be coming from Revelation, the 8th chapter, 10 through 11. And this is what I'll tell you about the Bible. The Bible has a lot of truth in it, but it's distorted. And if you can't spiritually discern the Bible, then you're going to be on a wild goose chase. It has to be spiritually discerned so you can identify, because remember, the Bible was taken out of Kemet in Egyptology, out of Africa. So a lot of the principles were arranged by non-melanated people. So therefore they had no idea what they had stolen. Just because you steal something don't mean you know the value of it. And that don't mean you know how to work it. You just knew it was valuable to the Egyptian and therefore you stole it. Simple as that. You didn't have no profound usage. You found a usage for it, but it was not profound. But there's a lot of things in this Bible that speaks to African traditional religion. That's why I ain't throwing away the Bible. So it's Revelation 8:10 through 11. It says this, and the third angel sounded, and there fell a great star from heaven. In today's, it will be considered an asteroid, a comet. This is how we get some of these tektites that fall. These are asteroids or star particles from the universe. One of the acclaimed tektites is moldavite. Each energy of Libyan desert glass is another tektite that was created by an asteroid hitting the surface of the earth, and that extraterrestrial material combined with terrestrial material or earthly material. Y'all know I'm a nerd to the heart. So I go on. And it says, burning as it was a lamp. So we always know, if you have ever seen a shooting star or an asteroid come, because of the atmosphere, a lot of them asteroids burn up before they ever hit the ground. But some of them do make it touch them. So it goes on to say, and it fell upon the third part of the rivers, and upon the fountains of the water. In other words, it fell into the waters. To all my Haitian people, I want to be transparent. The reason why Haitian voodoo, if tapped into correctly, is so powerful, because that's why France and them was trying to take over Haiti, that island. The minerals in Haiti are extraterrestrial in nature. And when you're born on the soil and you're born from the soil, you get some of that extraterrestrial DNA. It's that, how should I say it? I want you to understand why the laws are so much stronger in the land of Haiti, because of the particles and the minerals that are on the land. And so though when they go up into that mountain in Haiti, that mountain is made out of an asteroid, which is a tektite, which is extraterrestrial. It's star energy. So that's when their ancestors are buried in Haiti. That's why they carry such a force and energy. When you go certain places on this planet, there are certain asteroids that have been a part of the composition of Earth. And so therefore, when we have a piece of that, it allows us to awaken our alien nature or extraterrestrial nature. I'm just dropping some knowledge because I can. So it says, verse 11, and the name of the star is called Wormwood. And the third part of the waters became wormwood, and many men died of the waters because it were made bitter. This is why this is important. Wormwood, the herb, is an air element. We're in the season of Gemini. It is ruled by the moon, Pluto, and Mars. So it's got a lot of Scorpio energy. It's used, this particular star, that they want you to believe that was evil. This is the star that came to Earth to give us the power to kill the parasites. It is the one of, it is one of the most bitter herbs that you can utilize to rid yourself or cleanse yourself or protect yourself from parasites or vampire in nature. What upsets me is how things are right in the Bible, but people preach it so in a demonic way. And understand this, sir and ma'am, that an angel opened the seal for this particular star to come to the earth. And we all that work with bitter herbs, we know how it cleanses. When we take a bath in bitter herbs, when we and ingest bitter herbs, we understand a detox takes place. And it cleanses us from all impurities. Mental impurities, emotional impurity, spiritual impurity, sexual impurity. For all my native freaks out there. Bitter herbs. That's why you hear people talking about soursop, because it is a bitter herb. It's a bitter melon. It's a bitter plant. And these bitters, if used correctly, can cleanse the blood. And you know that blood is the life of the flesh. And it cleanses it of any impurities or things that should not be in the body for melanated people. I'm not saying non-melanated people cannot benefit from it, but not like melanated people. Because melanated people genes are dominant. Non-melanated people are parasitic in nature. This is why the side effects are very, very different for a non-melanated person than a melanated person. That's why you have to be careful by the information that you receive, because your body can endure certain things. It was designed to endure that. So wormwood is a star. Wormwood is a star. Just like we are. And then when we feed off of stardust or carbon, we have an electrical reaction, what brings our bodies online and alkaline. it increases our power. So let me go on. Wormwood is used for protection, for divination, for spirit communication, cleansing and purification, enhancing psychic powers. This is the star, Wormwood, that we have heard in the black church specifically that it was demonic. We glorify sweet waters over bitter waters. And you can't enjoy the benefit of a sweet bath until you have a bitter bath. I want to talk to melanated people on today. There's a process to our deliverance and our manifestation. And I want you to understand why it's essential that you reprogram your mind. If you doing hoodoo, voodoo, Santeria, Lakuma, any of the ATRs, a true spiritualist is going to cleanse you first. Some of and one of our traditions, Quinta Maldición. It's a thorny bush, but it's a bitter bush. Every form of moving evil or harmful energy has to come through a bitter herb or a tree that is bitter, because it produces all of the enzymes and all the nutrients to get rid of parasites. And we have to deal with parasites because we here on planet Earth. Parasites, keys, is one of my favorite herbs. Come on here. Confirmation. So when you understand that, you understand why they taught it in the way that they taught it. But the truth is, this particular star, will set you free. This particular star will bring you online for your psychic class. This particular herb will bring you online for your communication with your ancestors, with your Egun, with your Orishas, your Loas, your Ankisa. I want you to understand why they went so far to demonize certain things. But us melanated people are coming back online. And let me say this. If it wasn't for my health situation, I would not know what I know. So I believe that Donald Trump was meant to be. Because melanated people always need something traumatic to happen before they start doing right by their temple. They got to be forced in a situation to see it what it is. Because as long as we can rationalize our way out of the situation, we'll keep things the way that they are. In order for us to return into power and become the gods and goddesses of this earth, we have to have what is necessary to destroy the parasite that hinder us from evolving into the giants that we were designed to be. That we were designed to be. When you burn, because I was dealing with one of my clients today, and things are going in a direction that she doesn't want it to go. And so I started doing work to turn that around in her favor. I want to say something specifically to Sagittarius. Sagittarius sun, moon, and rising sign in placement. The opposite of Sagittarius is Gemini. So this will also apply to Gemini people, placements. This is why I teach. And I know some of you don't think that it's necessary. You don't have the proper education. You were never taught in the church. I don't care if you've been in the church 50 years. You still was not taught the proper education when it came down to positive energy and negative energy. You have never seen positive and negative energy the same. Just like you don't see day and night the same. But it's the same day. The energy operates different in the daytime than the nighttime, but it's still energy of that day. You don't, that doesn't compute to you. So being positive doesn't mean you're being factual. Being optimistic about your circumstance and situations doesn't mean that you're doing all the right things in order for you to get the desired outcome. I would not be where I am today in my Sagittarian energy, and I wouldn't be as successful in my optimism if it wasn't for the Virgo or the Earth sign that made me more practical and more calculated and more analytical than I would have innately become. This is why Capricorn, my star, my destiny star is in Capricorn. This is why these people, earth signs, are so important to fire signs. Notice I didn't say air or water signs. What an earth sign does for you, the water and the air sign cannot do. When you are high-minded, when your consciousness is godlike, you need somebody to ground you to this earth. You ever heard the saying, you can be so heavenly bound till you ain't no earthly good? You have to use instruments that ground your energy in practicality. That's whether it's Capricorn, whether it's Taurus, or whether it is Virgo. These are negative energies. These people give you a negative charge. They ground you. And Sagittarius and Gemini love their freedom. But if you're going to manifest this shit on Earth, you need Earth energy to ground your energy, your spiritual power, your spiritual idea, your spiritual energy. Do we like the restriction that Saturn brings? No. Do we like the restriction that the fixed energy of Taurus brings through Venus? No. But it's good for us. Do we like how we are made to actually think about what we are trying to accomplish through Virgo, which is ruled by Mercury? No, we don't like none of that. But what you don't like is good for you. I'm going to say this again. If you're going to follow me, you need to understand why each one of these elements are essential to your growth and your development and you reaching certain heights and certain things. The reason why my mom and my uncle was good for my grandmother being a Sagittarius, because Virgo is good for Sagittarius just like Pisces. Because the opposite of Virgo is Pisces. But Virgo is better for a fire sign. But if you can't get a Virgo or earth energy, the next would be the opposite, which would be Pisces. This is all connected. I'm not teaching you nothing that ain't gonna affect you if you an Ifa, Voodoo, Santeria, Lakumi, Christian, or atheist. What's up, Miranda, honey? I'm here to educate. A lot of your ideas and thought, you don't have enough earth energy. And when you have water signs attacking you, they're washing away your earth energy. That's how they bring you down, because you're not naturally going to gravitate towards earth energy, even if you're going to work with it. And so an air sign can send a windstorm, and a water sign could wash away your earth element. And you back to square one. You got to know what makes you strong, and you got to know what makes you weak. That's why I say this is a lifestyle. It's a journey. While I was being formed, because my child's formative years is 0 to 7. But I was formed by the Virgo. And that's why I am as effective as a Sagittarian. I'm more grounded as a Sagittarius. I'm more methodical as a Sagittarius, even though that's not my natural state. I am trying to help Sagittarius and Gemini to accomplish more in their life, having more things that ground what they're trying to do. Therefore, it will grow and develop and evolve. But you grown. You do what you want to do. When I offer you certain things, you don't feel like that it's necessary. I'm letting you know I know what you missing because I'm a Sag too. Same time, I know what an Aries is missing. Just like I know what a Pisces is missing. If I want to get fully healed, I need to go through these bitter herbs to get to my complete healing. Naturally, emotionally, which means astral, mentally. This herb, wormwood, clears all this up. And spiritually. When I was telling you about the parasite candles and all that, that's what because I do the conjure. So I bring my firepower, which is the energy, and I awaken that star in order to bless those candles. Stars of heaven, hear me as I call to thee. Set thy potent powers free to assist me in my endeavors and undertaking. That's what a conjure is. But you gotta have a relationship with these stars. You got to have a relationship with the sun. You got to have a relationship with the moon. You have to have a relationship with Jupiter. You have these stars of heaven, these asteroids that you want to encounter. This is why people have adverse reaction to these stars. A star energy is simply because they vibrate on another frequency and you're not trying to understand that frequency. You just want to benefit off that star. Oh, I heard that Jupiter can increase my finance. Oh, I heard Mars will protect me. All that is true. But you ain't got a relationship. And that star watch how you treat their children that are ruled by them. I want to talk to some of y'all on today. If you give me a chance, I'm trying to help you manifest. You can't go to Mars and mistreat an Aries or a Scorpio. You can't go to Mercury and mistreat a Gemini and a Virgo. You can't go to Saturn to bind up your enemies when you mistreating a Capricorn and a Aquarius. Because that star, that energy rules over them. You can get blessed through that star through one of their children. See, if you were learning how to live life and function in energy and frequency and vibration, then you could benefit from the stars of heaven. Whether that one falls to the earth or not, it's still a star. We just call it an asteroid, but it is star particles. And if you do a autopsy on that star and what kind of minerals in that star, you're going to find those same minerals inside of melanated people. If Halley's Comet fell out of orbit and came to the earth, you're going to find that you're still a microcosm of this universe. The same metals that are inside of those asteroids are inside the melanated people. This is why we can do conjure like we do on the level that we do it. I want to be able to build a relationship with the moon, but I'm going to mistreat every Cancer I see. I want to have favor in my seasons and my cycles, but I want to handle these beings that is ruled by that particular star. We are stars here on earth. We're walking microcosm of the universe. That's why we carry light energy, because we have electromagnetic energy. And that's why Joshua was able to speak to the sun and tell it to stand still, and the moon. This is why Yahshua was able to communicate with nature. This is why the star was following Yahshua. You have to be claimed by a star before you come to planet Earth. That's why you became a Gemini, a Scorpio, a Pisces, a Cancer, a Leo. How you gonna believe with your heart, but you mistreat every Leo that ever come to in your energetic field? And now you want the sun, which is a part of your solar plexus. Everything is energy. Everything is frequency. Everything is vibration. But these stars have star seeds or star children. I'm a child of Jupiter. This is why they tell you depending on where you came from, what stargate you came through. Your spirit came from Orion or some other solar system outside of this, because everybody did not come from Earth. This is how we got entrapped in the matrix, because we forgot our consciousness about who we are. And more and more melanated people are coming online to understand this. You better teach this. I love science, but not on this level. I've been an extraterrestrial creature for a long time. The problem I'm trying to bring to the awareness of melanated people is some things you hear and it sounds fascinating, but you're not relating. And so therefore you don't think you should invest in certain things because you think that he's not talking to me. If you're melanated, I'm talking to you. This is why our ancestors paid so much attention to the stars. This is why the pyramid of Giza is aligned with stars. So the pharaohs would send their souls back to the solar system or the energy stargate that they came from. Because pyramids allow us to tap into the extraterrestrial. And that's why they had the type of, it built it with the type of material that they built it with. And that's why they had a golden dome on top of that European stole it. They come and talk about, you don't want to know what happened. Y'all been stealing shit. You don't even know what our tombs, our magic, our sciences even being. We had plenty gold out of Africa. So that was a drop in the bucket in those days. But I'm trying to let you understand how we manifest. So I use a part of this. I say sun, moon. I'm calling on the stars to manifest. But I got relationships. This is what Yahshua meant in book of Revelation, that he had the 7 seals or the 7 stars of heaven. The 7 chakra system. All of our chakra systems are lined up based off the stars. Your solar plexus is the star or the planet that you get your power from. Mine come from Jupiter. My solar plexus and that energy comes from through Jupiter, because sun was in Jupiter when I was born. So sun may be in Taurus when you was born, or the sun was in Jupiter, but Pisces in the season. The sun was in Saturn for Capricorn or Aquarius, and so forth. I ain't gonna go through all of them. But I'm trying to connect the dots, because we're gonna have an awesome class, a psychic class, and I need my people in my class to be able to connect these dots when I start dropping other knowledge in the class. Because I want you to know, if you're gonna follow this star is going to glory. This star is going to let its light shine to blind my adversaries, but be a guiding light for melanated people. The same light that is guiding you because you're following your melanin. The same light that is strengthening you. The same sun. The same star. The same star. And if you don't want to walk into the light, I can't help you. Walking into the light is coming through the door of the star. Whether that star is Sagittarius, Gemini, Cancer, Capricorn, and my Sagittarius, to ground your magic on this earth, you're going to need some earth energy. And when you ain't got a lot of earth energy, you got to have earth friends. Or you got to have somebody that was trained and live their life like that. So I hope this is helping you. I hope that you actually got something out of this. I hope that you're putting more of an effort of trying to understand what this channel is all about. Why this channel is the channel to invest in. Why this channel, you need your membership. Because I can't send you an egg on stick unless you have one of the memberships, whether it's the Haitian, or whether it's Orisha, or whether it's Palo. The more dedicated you get about your magic, the more you're gonna see why it's important or essential that you have certain tools. Other than that, me teaching you about star magic is irrelevant, because you don't even believe that you are divine like that. It's too much work. I can do different levels of magic wherever you are. But don't fool yourself. I can do some shit you ain't never seen in your life. Just like I can teach a way you ain't never heard. You done heard the same Bible. When you burn wormwood, you clear energy. You enhance psychic ability. You connect with the spirits, particularly in divination, and breaking a spiritual attachment. I said on the other onset that wormwood is ruled by the star of the moon, Pluto, and Mars. You can use one or the other, or you can use all three if you got that kind of agility in spiritual practices. But my point is, this is a manifestation that we are in because we have to rid ourselves of these parasites. And this is one of the stars that was sent to Earth in order for us to be able to get rid of these parasites. And it's wormwood. If you want a parasite candle, it's nothing but $100. If you already got it, it's already burning. I sent some pictures for some other. But let me tell y'all something. Please stop skipping steps. There's a reason why you need to sacrifice for your membership. There's a reason why you have to sacrifice for your ego. Because these spirits are watching you. This is why the Bible said there's a record in heaven. It can be for you or against you. These spirits are watching you. They're listening to you. They know what you can do, what you can't do. The reason why you can't get the spirits to step in, because you got to first do what you do. And they will do what you can't do. But you got to come to your own place of sacrifice in honor of your own energy. If you can't honor your own star, how you going to have respect or honor for my star? Everything starts and ends with you. Some of y'all mess up your luck messing with a Sag or a Pisces. Some of y'all mess up your ability to think and to come up with great ideas because you over there fucking with somebody that ruled by Mercury. And now all you get is lies and tricks. A lot of how you get handled on this earth has a lot to do with how you deal with energy, frequency, and vibration. When I got crowned, my favorite film, Oya Yanza, Ochosi does not come with the ceremony of you being crowned Oya. But because how I treated Minister Mario, son of Ochosi, I was granted Ochosi. Even if something is not in your innate ability, you can acquire other powers because how you treat other energies. And they'll bless you. The sun will bless you. The moon will bless you. Huh? The Mercury will bless you. Huh? Saturn will bless you. Huh? Mars will bless you. Huh? I try to teach people of manifestation of energy, frequency, and vibration. But you got to be willing to be taught so I can make this make sense to you. And why it would be a good idea or in your best interest to follow these traditions, these instructions. I want you to win. I want you to win. Dimitri said that candle is ringing big time. Listen, and I love this camaraderie we have on this platform, but it's only a faithful few. Let me tell you something. Anything worth having is worth fighting for. You have fought so many years for so many things that ain't had nothing to do with your well-being. This is something that it is actually essential. I'm just not going to tell you you got to do something, because that's not my way. But we need this like a hog needs slop. You need to be purified as a son or daughter of Levi, the priest. And you can't walk in your real power when you're full of parasites. And I told you on my other teaching, you got to attack that in the physical, astral realm, and the spirit. Because they are organisms. And if they're already in your body, they're already feeding off your energy. They already know your combinations. They're in our brains, they're in our mouths, they're in our skull, they're in our throat. They can be anywhere in your body. They can be in the basement. But I will say this again. Don't start this process and stop. That's dangerous. This is a cleansing that you're going to have to see it all the way through. From what knowledge I have, 3 to 6 months of cleansing. I consider myself a healthy person. I'm talking about me. I was not overweight. I was right height, right side, all of that. I worked a very strenuous job, so I got a lot of exercise, all of that. And the amount of parasites that have been coming out of my body, even though they've been dead, I didn't even know how I had sinus issues. I used to listen to everybody in my family be snoring and all that, congested, swole, all that. I ain't never had it. So I thought. But since I've been on this parasite cleanse and cleaning my brain, when you keep having dental visits, you are infested with parasites. When your skin keep breaking out in rashes and you out of nowhere, parasites. When your stomach is always upset, no matter what you eat, parasites. If your feet are swelling, parasites. Itching of the crown, parasite. Itching of the feet, parasite. Itching of the ass, and you know you took a bath, parasites. But he did not leave us on this earth without a weapon. Bitter herbs, y'all. Bitter herbs. And find you a conjurer that understand this concept. So you can win. So you can win. All right? I love y'all. I'll see y'all a little bit later tonight. I do need to get some rest. But I'm hyped. If you want that candle, like I said, contact me via Zelle or PayPal through my website. But make sure that you identify that is for a parasite candle. Always remember, whether it's Mother Susan's birthday, whether you say you want to give it a whole offering like Ryan does for me, make sure you label it. I'm going to get it either way. But if you don't put nothing there, I'm going to think that's for me. I'm going to take that you blessing me. So clarity is our friend. I hope that you take this knowledge and when you replay this, go over it a couple times so you can actually get this in your cranium. How serious this is. This ain't just a message. This is lifestyle. And we all agreed to go through this on this earth plane. Ain't not one person did not agree to this. You just need the proper tools and knowledge. to prevail up in these circumstances. All right. God bless you.